Everybody
There
hear
we
us?
go.
Yay!
If you don't hear me now, I don't know why.
Gosh, we are so sorry. And
Well,
I am not a happy customer of...
Go on.
No. You've shut me down.
When we have to restart every little box or wire that's connected to every mic, every camera, every monitor, sometimes they just all don't quite reconfigure, so then I have to do it a little bit on my own.
Apple and Eve, is it your birthday?
Okay, fight it out amongst yourselves.
Oh my gosh. Well, now I'm getting lost with the list anyway. But I still wanted Gina to go first. Gina, are you here? If there is a birthday, Apple and Eve, though, Apple and Eve will go first, or whoever's birthday it is. Oh my goodness.
Boy, the fun.
Was the 12th. Awesome. Well, we are going to do your birthday today first. And then I'm going to do Gina.
Hi, Anthony. Hi, Jerry.
And then the list from there, Violet. Trust me, okay? Trust me on this. I can't even go by mine because I gave up. So I will go with yours. But when we came back up, I started doing the list the way I saw it. And Gina was first. So I'm going to keep it that way after Apple's birthday reading. And you know what, Apple? I must have known because I have my birthday spread nearby. So, all right. Well, good to see people here. See some new names, I think, as well. Hey, Anthony. I'm just going to trust Violet's list. I'm just going to trust it. But we're going to do Apple and Eve, Gina, and then follow the list. Oh, my goodness. Anyway, we're sorry. So listen, guys. Should we go down again, we will come back. Keep that in mind, and we'll try to keep the list the same. We've been having some intermittent problems again, and they've been frequent sometimes. So it's time for me to call them again, and I swear, and I'm going to let them know this under no uncertain terms, get to the bottom of this problem, or I walk. If it happens again, I walk. I'm done with them. I am done with this. We've been putting up with this for over a year now, off and on. So that's it for me.
Comcast, be gone!
You're living in the past.
Okay.
Xfinity.
Oh, so that's why it hasn't been working.
Anyway, woo, that's my Fire Aries talking here. Okay. All right. How about we do a card for the collective and put all this behind us before we get to Apple?
Jerry, do we know you?
But hi from you, Jerry.
Hello anyway. Right?
Whether we know you or not.
So
Right.
we have Kuan Yin with us, of course, as usual.
I saw somebody on Twitter mention that Kuan Yin was their favorite goddess, and it happens to be one of my favorites as well. Really right on top there.
Oh, that's okay then. I don't mind you being friendly, of course. For some reason, I just thought the name seemed familiar, maybe. Anyways, yes, Kuan Yin is incredibly special. We are devoted to her. We have actually performed a number of services in her honor that usually include a guided meditation to her sacred island, and we just love her.
Today, for the collective, I'm using the silly, cute, whimsical Garden Dragons, which I like. So it's just for the collective. And it's an awfully cute deck. The artwork is by Stanley Morrison, written by Arwen Finch.
Tranquility, serenity.
If anybody else would rather have an oracle reading today, I also have the Oracle
Compassion.
of Roses here.
Kuan Yin is the goddess of compassion, or is viewed
Goddess
as a
of
goddess.
Mercy. Mother of Mercy, compassion.
Strawberry.
Oh, strawberry.
Oh, it's so cute.
It's a
Isn't
strawberry
it cute?
dragon.
It's very cute.
All right, let's take a look at the strawberry. Oh my goodness.
You have no sound? It's got to be on your end because we appear to have sound here. Yeah. Maybe Sunny took it.
Oh gosh. Sunny being here was a bit of a problem. Strawberry dragon. The key word is celebration. Hey. This sweet beast is typically white as a small dragonette, but gradually takes on the full scarlet color adorned with tiny black scale tips. At less than an inch tall, the little bitty dragonettes are so small they can easily hide among foliage. The adults use their long claws primarily in defense of the young. Adults sport emerald green wings that fall back in graceful taper, making this dragon one of the fastest flyers. So the mystical meaning of this card is the main goal of Strawberry Dragon is sweetness and joy. Fond of gathering in groups,
Kind of goes with her.
Yes, in a way. This cheerful creature tells you that it's time to plan a party. Turn up music that makes you want to move. Invite friends to gather and share good food. Decorate your area in a way that pleases you. Replace your cares with simple pleasures of gathering with those who love you. All good things will head your way when you focus on sweet celebration.
Very nice.
So Strawberry Dragon, everybody, it's time to celebrate a little bit. You know, it's been a rough time here in the States and other places. All the world issues and problems, pandemic resurfacing. Let's all try to just unwind a little bit from time to time and find those reasons we still have to celebrate. All right. So we've got our spinning wheel here, by the way. It is not ours. It is by Chaz Bogan, Datura Trading. I don't want to take credit for it. And he is in no way supporting our show, but we just love his little device here and may use it. You never know. We certainly are using it right now on Twitter and Facebook in different ways, so stay tuned as we celebrate the upcoming start of our 4th year in August.
Woohoo!
All right. So, what decks are you using today, Mr. O?
Well, you know, with all of the drama, I actually hadn't gotten to that point.
Okay, don't worry about it.
I just brought the whole thing over, and I'll just grab them and use them. I don't know.
You know what? We will use my deck for Apple's birthday gift. I'm using the dog and cat decks again, but I have a special surprise this time. I got a cheapy little deck that's kind of cute called the Tinseltown Tarot.
It's a hoot.
It is kind of cute. It's really it's kind of got the flavor of the golden age of Hollywood.
Yeah.
I would say it's more the flavor than actual. You know, there are some people you'll recognize in there, but others I think are just kind of
a pastiche of some sort.
Yeah, you know, they make you just feel that flavor of that era. But anyway, I'm not going to use it for Apple's reading, and of course we're doing for Apple the birthday gift spread. For anybody new here, at your birthday, you get this wonderful deluxe spread free from us on your birthday. Mr. O, shuffle first.
More like 30s through 50s, and that is me. I am the light. No, it's actually a little light device I'm using to throw more light on the Kuan Yin area.
It looks a little washed out.
It does create that. I don't know if it's really any good, so I'm just going to turn it off.
Well, it doesn't look much better.
Well, I think
it's probably the light above that's hitting it, so, but that's okay.
Whatever.
It's fine. It's kind of a pale purple color.
Well, hi there, Divine. It's so good to see you again. I bet you've been busy lately.
We were wondering what happened to you. Did you go traveling?
Missed you all, too.
See our cute little spinning wheel, Divine? This is such an awesome device.
Take a spin on the Wheel of Fortune.
I have to also just say, Chaz DM'd me and thanked me for promoting his wheel, which really he did not have to do. But at any rate, I appreciate that. I have to respond to him. That came right before our internet went down.
It's been wonderful lately.
So at any rate, the birthday gift spread. Did I
Yeah,
even
they
shuffle?
more or less
I did
are
not.
fully illustrated. They're not like, bland pips. It kind of is a style that reminds me of maybe cartoon kind of work or drawing.
It's made by the same company that published the Golden Girls Tarot, so it's like a Rider-Waite angel, but it is fully, illustrated.
I saw the picture on Instagram, Divine, so I hope everybody had a great surprise. Good to see you.
That's so awesome, Divine. He thought he saw you on Instagram there, so we missed you.
I had already cut them for you.
I didn't shuffle though.
Why
I had
didn't you?
shuffle
You're the
first.
first. So.
No, I had you shuffle
Well,
first. Though.
now you have shuffled.
Now I messed everything up.
We just seem to have a weird energy right now.
It's all because of the internet. But hey, guess what? The gift you received from last year that you can make the most of this year, Apple and Eve, is the Fire Kitten. It's the Page of Wands. So I think maybe, something that you started last year, something, or maybe some good news that you received, or some green light on going forward with some enterprise goal or project is really something that you can continue making the most out of this year.
Yes, whatever coincides with that time period of your birthday, whether it was a gift or whether it was just some energy that began at that time, a new year, it seems like you're still riding with that, the idea that maybe some message or some path really is drawing you. It's like you're a moth to a flame. Don't get too close.
Okay, the gift of the present moment. You have the Seven of Cups reversed, which I think is very interesting. So, out of all the things you're dreaming up, Apple and Eve, the gift of the present moment is to choose one. The gift of the present moment is that now is the time to make a choice. Maybe you've been thinking of different options, different directions you can go in. This is the time to do that.
The gift of the present moment to me is really about seizing the moment. That's clearly what this is talking about. The idea that maybe all the things that you've dreamed about have now coalesced to one more or less manageable, clear path.
Well, this is a real interesting one. The
hitting
gift
that.
from your connection with others in this next year. So remember, this is from now through the next year. And you've got the Three of Swords here, but it's reversed. It's almost as if there's a healing going on in this next year between you and others. I feel like maybe some connections that may have been broken, there at least may be some coming to terms with, some release of sorrow or pain. Maybe there's even some reconciliation going on.
Right, it really seems that way. We all know that the Three of Swords upright usually talks about some real rendering of the heart, some real feeling of pain in our heart, emotional areas. But when it's reversed, it seems to indicate, and of course this is coming from or through or with others, that this is the process moving you forward through this year, that maybe there will be specific friendships or relationships that will find a way to reconnect or start to heal.
Okay, card 4. The gift that will help you work on, achieve, or move forward with your dreams and goals. Holy moly.
Thanks for dropping in, Divine.
Yeah, Divine, it's so good to see you. Thanks for thinking of us and stopping in. It's the Nine of Cups. Apple. So the gift that will help you work on and achieve is maybe what you've already achieved,
Manifesting your dreams.
I think
this
here
is
that,
a powerful card for that position.
I know. The gift that will help you work on or achieve, your ability to manifest is going to be very, very strong in this year ahead.
However you apply yourself towards that idea, and we know you have willpower and you have belief, and you can really see what you want. So those are the cornerstones of that.
The gift from your spirit guides or ancestors. What do they want you to know or keep in mind in the next year? All right, this well, if you're going to get a reverse card, at least let it be not a painful one, and it's the Hierophant reversed. So the gift from your spirit guides or ancestors, what do they want you to know or keep in mind is to always keep thinking differently. Think outside the box. You know, don't follow the status quo. Blaze your own trail. Your spirit and ancestors are with you on that.
There's really a duality at times about the card, and so in the sense of what, you know, your ancestors or the past gives to you, I think it's that idea that you can be both of those worlds, seemingly or otherwise, but you know inside where your truth lies and how you can really, you know, work with that energy that says you don't have to necessarily conform.
And finally, your last card, the gift this year ultimately gives to you. What lessons have you learned, or what progress or growth have you achieved by year's end? Wow. Hey, what do they say about a job? You know, when you do a job well done, you get more work. It's the Eight of Pentacles.
So explain the position again.
It's the gift the year ultimately gives to you. What lessons has Apple learned, or what progress or growth have you achieved by year's end? Clearly, that the more you learn, the more you're open to learning as you work, and the more you apply the learning to your work, the more you grow and the more benefits you achieve from it.
And you're going to have a whole bunch of kitten followers. But no, I could look at that as a metaphor of saying that you are guiding others. Others follow you because you have wisdom. I mean, cats are wisdom to me anyway. But clearly it is about the work that you intend to put in, or that you will be putting in, just because it is what will happen.
Right.
And because of that, you will have
lots of followers.
Kitten followers.
Wow! Hey, that was a very happy
Meow.
birthday reading. It looks like your year ahead
Happy
is going to
birthday.
be pretty stellar. You're going to be busy, but you know, that's a good thing.
Living the dream, following the dream.
Yeah, I think there's awesome
Sure
stuff
hope so.
here. So, you know what? Feel free to refer to this live stream. You know, it'll probably be up for a period of time, and it's the first reading, and revisit. But happy birthday.
Happy birthday,
again.
Apple. Thank you for everything you do for us as well as others.
All right.
Appreciate knowing you and being your friend.
That was awesome.
Yeah, that was pretty awesome.
Okay, Gina is up.
Top from Mom, bottom from Dad. From the Namaste Oracle.
Okay, I just have to figure out where it is, Gina. No sweat. Maybe. Here it is. It must have known you were going to ask for it because it didn't go far.
Bye to our lovely Divine. I see you there. Thanks for dropping in. It was really nice to see you again. And I'm glad we're connected on Instagram too.
Aw.
You're welcome.
And we
You're
didn't
so
even have
welcome.
to stack the deck. And we had that weird shuffling mishap. So go figure. It was meant to be.
I want to know when Mercury's going retrograde, though. Is this like the pre
We just
shadow?
had it in June, didn't we? We're not going to have it again.
I
are
don't
we?
want one.
I think it's September, but don't quote me on that. I hope anyway.
ESP with the Oracle.
Well, I
Few
never
months,
have
okay.
it too far away. I thought for a minute there I might have put it in the cage where Mr. O is at because I use it frequently on happy hour, but I had it right on my shelves right next to me here. Easy to find in this chaotic mess right now. All right. Time to do some house cleaning. I'm shuffling again. Do you want to shuffle and cut and then we'll take from the top?
Sure. I was
should
looking
let
at the
you
decks
do
I could
that.
pick.
All right, we're a little
Sounds
slow, but
right,
we're going to
Violet.
pick up steam now after this. Yeah, I think it is September. I think October would be too late because, well, wait a minute. This was the second. There's usually 3 or 4 in a year. So I don't know. Maybe you're right.
Mostly
Could be
3, but
October.
occasionally 4.
Well, guess what Mom has for you? Mom was the top, right? Yep.
Right.
Okay. Mom has for you this.
Oh, well, thanks anyway.
This beautiful tree here. And it's called, thank you, Sunny. Sunny has now made me an armrest. A blessed idea. An idea manifests endless blessings, but you must act to bring this idea to life. The time is right. Know that the world is full of ideas floating around aimlessly until someone notices and breathes life into them. This is your time to shine. Have faith. So your mom says it's time for you to birth something, bring something to life. And on the bottom, wow. Well, I haven't had this one yet in the deck. All right, it looks like some sacred mountains there. And it says, Shanti, peace blessing. Your father brings you Shanti. Blessed are you with everlasting peace beyond words or understanding. Blessed are you with tranquility and bliss. Blessed are you with the clarity that reveals the beauty of your soul, and through which all appears as infinite. Wow. Well, I think your father is deeply connected to you and, is there when you need, calming, peace, and centering and grounding. He's there.
Aha.
So, wow, that's what I have for you. That is so awesome. So, birth the idea. Be at peace. Be at peace in knowing, too, that this is time. That the time is right to birth an idea that maybe has, like it said, been floating out there in the infinite. And that's what we have for you, Gina. Good luck with that.
Trying to button my cuff and it doesn't want to button.
All right.
There we go.
Now to our normal tarot readings, eh? Let's see who's up next. Violet, you've got the list, Aaliyah. We're waiting on your question. I didn't do Lenormand on that, Gina, but I don't think it needed
You're
it being
welcome.
a blessing from Mom and Dad. So.
Alrighty. And of course, earlier today was Banshee's Material Matters, which was also not without a little minor mishap of the tech whoops department. But I have reloaded it. Apparently I had left some footage from the previous week right at the beginning, so it was like 4 minutes that you might have already seen. So I have reloaded that without the 4 minutes. So check that out, The Material Matters, Banshee's Tarot Keys to Success in Business, Finance, and Education.
Well, so glad that so many hung at the beginning of it anyway with us, when it was premiering, because it was a little bit wonky, but we all made it through.
Mr. O is thinking of changing his name to Mr. M for mistakes.
All right, Aaliyah.
Hi, Aaliyah.
What do you want to do with that? 3 cards or how do you want to do? I think we should do
2.
Do you want to do 2
2
and 2?
Yeah, let's do 2 and 2.
Okay, all right.
So my deck?
Yes, because I used
right,
mine twice now, so you can go
yes. I'm going to use
goodness.
my Tarot of the Ancestral Spirits, the Ancestral Path.
There. Nope, Sonny insists on being part of the show today. He booted Shadow out of here. We almost had Shadow, but alas. And that happened during our internet glitch, so...
Was it groovy, Gina?
Bring him on the spot. I know, it was kind of like, what is going on here?
We did not know. Yes. Yeah, I know. We really thought she was going to stick around. She was right at the beginning of our aborted show.
Well, but then he came up and
Nearly immediately.
I kept trying to divert his attention from her, but Shadow knows when she needs to move on because this little scene stealer here.
Well, it's nice to know that somebody doesn't think I do things on purpose. All right, 2 and 2, right? 1, 2, 1, 2.
Wow,
So 2
the ball
jobs.
upright. Boy, anything's possible here, Leah. Pull those first ones up. Well, we don't know which job is which.
Yeah, I mean, we're just going to go with the idea that, one of these is one job, one is the other.
You can kind of figure out which one we might be talking about here. But here is one, the 9 of Pentacles, and what's the other one?
The 7.
The 7 of Pentacles. So I feel here that this job might really be worthwhile for you. I don't know if this is a job where you would be working independently in some way, because sometimes, I'm just guessing here, because sometimes the 9 of Pentacles is a solitary woman, so maybe it could even mean working from home. But I feel here that, this is a job worth considering and thinking about. There may be some longer term material gains, so you should look at maybe these jobs in terms of that. What are the advantages and disadvantages of each?
Well, I didn't see what you said there, but I think we are applying it in that direction. And what I feel from this combination of cards is that with that second card, this is also maybe the sense of a stepping stone, that getting in there maybe will open up an avenue to other movements, either upward or lateral, that are more desirable for you.
I feel like that's very prosperous. One of these jobs
The
definitely
Pentacles,
has more advantages over the other.
The margaritas, I see. Now the other card, the other set of cards, Burlington perhaps, it says the Lovers and the World. So clearly there's a sense of a decision that seems like you like making it, or you feel something favorable about that. There's also something about this that maybe sort of senses you've completed, or you've done a cycle through that. And of course, I don't see that with any employment unless they say, would you like to be the CEO? So I don't know if that's what we're talking about, but it could just be saying too that really getting into this position sort of completes something for you. Maybe it's not necessarily a goal per se, but maybe it means something on some other level.
Well, now that I'm looking at these two, I would definitely say that one might be more likely to hire you than the other, maybe. And the reason I'm saying that is that here we see the World, which is kind of like completion, and the Lovers is like a choice being made. And so I think here you might be their choice. This might come to a successful conclusion.
Nice.
Whereas with the other one, the 7 of Pentacles sometimes indicates people stepping back, taking their time to think about it, if you're really the one.
It's a waiting game.
It's like a waiting game. So I almost think like one is definitely going to be faster in replying than the other. But should you wait for the other? Well, it's hard to say. I think both of these jobs are equally weighted for you.
Right. At first I thought that this meant that maybe this was a stepping stone getting to somewhere else, but it may just be that there is too long of a wait getting there, and that maybe also this applies. It's mine.
I know.
Okay.
I wanted to say something about them, but go ahead.
Go on.
This also applies to what?
Well, but it would also apply to the idea that you might be waiting for that movement too.
I was going to say pick for that one, but you picked already, but that's for that one then.
It is.
Yeah, and
it's the stork.
so it looks like this could be the one though, because it looks like a new beginning.
Yeah.
And this would really empower you. This one job.
The bear. So
they might be a little slower getting back to you.
the bear goes back to the woman solitaire in a way.
But look at this. Put it down there, and I'm going to let you pick this one.
All right.
second.
So then on the second set, Burlington, we see the fox.
This is just so funny.
I know it is. And the child.
Okay. So see, Now that's so weird too.
I know, because it almost feels like that would be over there.
Yeah. I really have to say, Leah, it's equally weighted here. I do believe you're going to hear from one of these. I do feel this might indicate that there may be a little bit slower growth or possibilities for you on the second job than the first. The first you might find your power at. But whatever, I mean, I guess you're going to have to decide, because we should have, since we did 2 and 2, have asked you for what the jobs were, because we really don't know now. But maybe you can figure it out for yourselves, by the salaries they offer, the opportunities, the benefits, whatever the case may be that you might get from working there, the hours. Weigh it out carefully. One is definitely going to have a big advantage over the other, I feel.
I like the shamanistic aspects of having these animals around there. I don't know why. It just sort of feels like there's wisdoms that are coming to this.
Yeah, a lot of people.
All right.
But that's what we have for you.
Thanks, Aaliyah.
So I hope that helped. But I would definitely answer your question by saying I believe you're going to get a call back.
Yeah, possibly by either of them. So then it really gets interesting to think about which way you might go. And Sunman is...
Keep us posted.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right, so we got Lena.
Okay, Lena. What is my XS planning to do about the alimony, please, as from December? What will be the final outcome? Okay, your deck. So basically, the alimony or money that's owed you, what is going to happen with that from your ex?
All right. Let's see here.
I know, I love Panera. Okay, good. I mean, no, it really does look good for you. Both sets look good, so I like that when the job market is like that. That's rarely happened to me, but it did happen once about 30 years ago, where all of a sudden I just went through 3 jobs like really quick.
Good luck,
because each one was better than the previous one.
Yeah, we both have, really.
Yeah.
Right. I'll keep these here. This is my turn. Sunny, let's pull a card for Sunny today.
Someone did say meow in the chat room.
Uh-oh. Is it in the middle? It's in the middle. It might be more the High Priestess.
I think it's more on your side.
Oh, really?
Yes, I do.
I think it's in the middle. Sunny, figures for you I'd have to spin again.
Oh, Kara, stop it.
Uh-oh.
I had ice cream yesterday. I had Haagen-Dazs.
He got the Hanged Man. Well, this is an opportunity for you to hang out, Sunny. No surprise.
Okay.
Okay. We have Temperance upright, which is pretty good. But then we have that 9 of Swords upright.
I like this one.
And we have the Page of Swords upright. I'm hoping this means something might come to a resolution, Lena, maybe by the end of the year. I just don't know if there's any impetus to push it along, though. Temperance is not really a card of movement. I can see here with the 9 of Swords upright in the middle that there is some, there's some worry, stress, and anxieties as to whether this is really going to happen or not, And just try to be balanced. Try to also see if you can't get some help and support, in doing this. The Page of Swords is there, which could indicate maybe some legal, some diplomacy, some type of compromise that maybe could be reached. What do you think?
I don't I think this speaks more to the idea of having to find a competent helper for you,
Yeah, I'm
advisor
wondering.
of some sort, because I feel that this suggests to me that maybe your ex is going to plead some sort of emotional hardship or some sort of hardship, that's sort of, provoking the idea that things should just remain the way they are, the status quo as it is. So I sort of feel like it's going to be a rough going, or that mostly it can change if you are able to get somebody who is entitled or able to assist you in some manner.
Hey, Nikki.
Hi, Nikki.
All right.
Not impossible,
I do
but
see
work.
assistance. I see. Just try to maintain balance and perspective here, and I feel that. I don't know why, but when I see these two, I feel like maybe there is some hope for some type of resolution. It may not be everything you'd hoped for, but maybe something will happen. Something good will come out of this. Let's do the Lenormand. Great. Oh, I pulled this again?
Really?
Oh, we have nothing down there for,
I know.
Well, could do that, I guess. Not that it's the perfect world either. But anyway, I guess it means, Lena, you've got the book, you've got the bear. It indicates that maybe you will find out something that will be encouraging, that will give you strength and hope that things are going to turn around. And also the bear can be about money, financial stability and well-being.
Well, we both talked about maybe being able to access some assistance somehow, and I'm wondering if the book says that maybe somebody who actually knows how to intervene for you or to give you advice to help you do that will empower you. The bear is a sign of empowerment. That information you can get for this matter will possibly give you something to intervene with, or to at least be able to, go toe-to-toe with them on some level.
Well, it looks more hopeful than not, but I will say here, a lot of these cards are rather neutral, except when I see the bear. The bear could be about, resources, money. You're definitely going to find out something about this. And I'm hoping it will bring some relief, if not everything that you anticipated. That's what we have for you, Lena, right now anyway. That's what the cards look like. So good luck with that.
Yeah, we can always try it again. All right.
All right. It's not a bad list. It's not a bad list. We'll keep going.
It's not bad.
And we're going to keep moving faster.
And I'm going to use my Adrian Tarot for the next reading, and that's Coy. Hi, Coy. Don't be coy. Tell me what you're looking for. You probably get that a lot, right? General message from the Lord and Lady.
Your pet toy business. Oh. Hi, Libra.
I hope it's not rough.
We will add you to the list. We're going to keep moving. So how many are there after her? Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Okay, we'll see what happens after Libra. Hey, we can always go to the spinning wheel after Libra if we
Right, we're thinking of a lightning round that could involve the Wheel of Fortune here. All right.
Oh, you are on the list already. That's right. Silly me. Sorry,
I knew you were here
Libra.
earlier.
Oh boy, it's been a day. All right, Coy and the message about business. There.
All right, a message about your business from the Lord and Lady.
What you got?
And our first card is the World Reversed. That's followed by the upright Four of Wands.
Hey.
Always good, reversed or upright in our opinion. And then there is the upright Ace of Swords.
Well, this is really interesting. The world reversed is not the most horrible thing you can get.
It just means keep going.
It just means keep going, right. There's more work to be done. You're not yet at the level you need to be to say, hey, this is a complete success yet. You're working towards it. And clearly you are. There is some reasons to celebrate here. There is some reasons for joy, and maybe taking some time to step back and look at what you're putting together and how far you've come. Bravo! Congratulations! Do you want to go ahead?
When you're looking for a message from the Lord and Lady, you can't do any better than the Four of Wands, which is often known as the harvest home. The idea of a celebration based on a bountiful harvest crop, whatever. Even if the agricultural comparison doesn't quite fit, or even the magnitude doesn't quite fit, this is saying really there's something to celebrate, or there will be that.
So the Lord, right. So the Lord and Lady is basically saying, keep at it. Take time, though, to celebrate your little successes along the way. And also remember that, you're on the road. You are on the road to success and victory. I feel getting that Ace of Wands at the end is really a good omen here.
Well, mine is just more pips, just Four Wands, Four Swords, whatever it is. So some people don't like the decks with the pips, but that is, in fact,
that is the traditional
one.
card.
The Four of Wands is the one with people celebrating. It could be a marriage. It could just be a good summery kind of occasion.
Well, and let's talk about something else related to that Four of Wands, Koi, that may fit here as well. The Lord and Lady is saying, keep at it. You're not quite there yet, but you have built the foundation for something that's going to lead to success. The Four of Wands is also about, putting a foundation in place.
Yes, it absolutely represents that. So, and, put together, it really says, keep doing what you're doing, because really your foundation is true. It's guided by wisdom as well as strength. Lenormand time.
Sonny, you stay here.
Ooh,
I know you're getting antsy.
I like it.
Uh-oh.
Well,
now
maybe.
you put the pressure on. I'm not looking.
Pull the right one, darn you.
I'm not looking. Uh-oh. Well, it went in my hand, so... Uh-oh.
Yeah, that sounds right for that deck. So I have the ship, and you have the clouds.
All right. The clouds can be neutral to negative, but the way I'm looking at it here is that some of your troubles, some of your stresses, maybe some of the things that you feel have been blocking you are starting to clear up now. See, the white clouds are facing the ship. And so basically I feel here that it's just a matter of time before things start coming together and moving in a positive direction for you.
Right. The ship could also talk about a physical journey, but more often it's a metaphorical one. But it could be saying, too, that, if you are moving, thinking of moving, it will really kind of ease your way. It may remove you from some negativities or some oppressive situations. Maybe they're not super bad, but maybe it's just an advantage to move away from them. But like I said, more likely this represents a shift in your attitude and your consciousness and in, maybe goals and all those other things, too.
So that's what we have for you. Good luck with that.
Alrighty. Thanks, Corey.
Little pet business.
Yes.
All right. Who's up next?
Angel R.
Angel Rivera. What you got for us, Angel?
You're welcome.
Hey, you are welcome.
Thanks for coming.
Good luck with that. Let's see what Sunny's challenge is.
Oh, I was supposed to do it.
I did
It's
it
invalid
reverse.
because...
Oh, God. It's strength, the lion. Well, Sonny can be
An orange
overly
lion.
aggressive. That's his challenge, to tame those instincts and kind of not be so, well, wait, I take it back. Actually, when it's a challenge though. So I do feel he needs to curb his aggressive nature and use it appropriately on the pickle instead of the other cats. Right, Sonny?
All right, and there's our question.
Oh, from an oracle deck? Okay, you've got it. The Oracle of the Roses here. A nice deck for this time of year. There's another rose deck out there somewhere too I've been eyeballing.
I have the final rose, which I use
That's right.
exclusively in my emotional exchanges. I also use an Egyptian deck for a little bit of extra flavor. And I'm getting up for a moment.
You're getting up.
Yes. I can't tell you why.
Okay. Well, I will need you to shuffle soon. Oh, I definitely don't want to know why.
Well, it's not what you think it is, but you'll say it is. My water container is condensing. It had ice in it, and now it's just dripping all over the
I
sides.
see.
So I just don't want it to drip everywhere. You definitely don't want to know why.
Hey,
Stand by for bickering.
You actually took a precautionary action. I'm impressed.
Stand by for snickering.
You know, somebody who studied a little bit of public relations in her, when I went for my journalism degree, they often talk about, crisis management. It's so much better to get information out to avoid the crisis rather than react after the crisis. And so, the sooner you can get things on top of, a crisis when it happens, the better. Because if others spin it before you do, there's a problem. So he has managed his crisis before it happened. Your deck is pretty close there, that's why I say that. Anyway, cut them. Middle card first. Middle pile first. Oh, you're so funny. All right.
I'm a laugh a minute.
Indeed. Hey, guess what, Angel Rivera? You've got the Duke of Edinburgh rose, which is called the Knight.
The Knight.
All right. What number is that? Number
16.
The meaning of this one is, the people and energies we place our desires and attentions on should be where we feel a sense of home, rather than battle. Go in the direction and choose not so much the comfortable place, but the place that is true for your heart. We risk the loss of ourselves in the pursuit of what we think we desire, without sometimes stopping to evaluate. The Knight is ready to go into battle at all times for the people and ideals they serve. Dedication and devotion should always be in alignment with the positive values of the Knight for a harmonious life. So, the ethnobotanical archetype exploration for this card is, what have you been fighting for or with? Is it time to resolve or depart the quest? In other words, is it time to hang up your helmet, Sir Knight? Or is it time for you to fight harder, for what you want? Whatever it is, make sure it's something you truly feel at home with, that it is truly for you. That, you are not fighting this battle for, something that does not serve you well. Because battles, they have their toll. and some things just aren't worth it in the long run. Well, I'll tell you what, Angel, looking at that, I would think it's saying to move away. You know, you should move towards something like this says that is really more worth your time and energy. Give up the losing battles, give up the things that are not worth fighting for, and make a move that is really in your best interests. What do you see there?
Well, pretty much the same thing. I mean, I'm not nuanced enough to understand, because this is really like Angel, more or less, himself representing.
Yeah, I think so.
You're moving towards yourself, or maybe that's saying you're really taking care of the things you need to take care of. You're doing the things that are right for you.
Right. Move towards your self-interests. Move towards what serves you, as opposed to, you know, hey, we're library people. We're used to serving others all the time. But sometimes you have to do what's right for you. And I think this card is saying this is one of those times. So that's what I have for you there, Angel.
Oh, yeah, you've admired those before. They are expensive. Jamie Sawyer, right, as Violet has mentioned.
Jamie Sawyer, they're her Lenormand tiles. I don't think they have a specific name, but they're on her website, and I believe she also has a physical card version of these tiles. I'm really sad I missed an opportunity to back one of her decks. She has a tarot deck coming out called the Out of Hand Tarot, and it's really a cool idea. But I'm hoping that she will have extras she'll be selling on Etsy, her Etsy site. And that will probably be sometime in January or February of next year.
Oops.
But it's called the what?
He meant the specific tiles.
Oh, what do you mean?
Rider and Gentleman.
Oh, the Rider and the Gentleman. I'm sorry. Yeah, so I felt that was definitely you in this reading, and the Rider, you know. The only other thing I could say, unless this has to do with somebody else you're engaged with, you know, in some capacity, a male that maybe you're having a disagreement with, or, you know, some other kind of situation, that would be the only thing. But I really think it was relating to you specifically. All right. Sorry about that. I shouldn't listen to Mr. O.
Okay. Me too. So Kara
Hey,
is
Kara.
up. What did Kara want? Do we know?
I don't know.
Kara.
There it is. Will you meet someone? Well, I didn't know tattoo places were meeting places, but maybe. Let's check it out. How do you want to do that?
Want to try yes or no?
Yeah, let's do a yes-no on that. Let's see what we get for you.
Well, when you go to a tattoo parlor, that is kind of the drill, right?
That was clever, Mr. O. Maybe.
Maybe. You're welcome. Sunman, you're moving the camera. Stop it. And I'm using the Legend Arthurian Tarot.
Yeah, I haven't really said which decks I'm using, but everybody recognized a mystical cat when I used it.
It's true.
What do you got?
So the first card is the reversed.
Wait, you're counting.
Oh.
It was a yes-no.
Yes, okay. How many times have you done that?
I wasn't judging, just letting you know.
It sounded like judgment.
Maybe we need standby for judgment. Let me put it up on the wheel here. Did I pass it? I did. There you are. Oh.
No.
Well, it's definitely no. There's no aces.
Not a single ace.
By Mr. O's deck. Let's see. But we do have the 2. This is the 2 of Pentacles here, trying to move along.
I know. I'm just surprised that there's not a single ace.
And they're all, you took them out of the deck, right? This is the 5 of Pentacles here as, is that Pentacles? 5 of Shields.
Mm-hmm.
Looks like wands with all those sticks in it. 5 of Shields is Pentacles. And the 8 of Spears is what in this deck? Swords? Wands, okay. So the 8 of Wands. Well, needless to say, there's going to be a lot of movement. People coming in and out maybe would be my guess, Kara. So I don't know. It looks as though not much is happening here, though. The 5 of Shields or Pentacles just indicates that, you know what? Whoever's coming in, maybe they just won't seem that interesting to you, you know? Maybe they just won't seem like the kind of people or person you belong with, you know? I
had to recount because I was sure that it, you know, I must have miscounted, but I don't think I did, so I honestly don't think I did. So the answer looks like it's more or less a definite no. The 2 and the 5 of Pentacles, 5 of Pentacles I never really like. I guess it could just be saying really that there's sort of a sense of depression in going there. I mean, maybe there's just going to be a situation where you won't really like what you feel there. The 8 of Wands, of course, could just be saying, really, it's just sort of like get in and get out. It may be the kind of situation where maybe it's just not really any kind of place to meet somebody.
Well, anyway, as I was saying when I let him interject there, the 2 of Pentacles, you know, I feel like it's just going to be an okay experience. Everything will be fine there. But I really feel that the people you meet, it just like, they won't be your type, you know. Sometimes the 5 of Pentacles is like people from the outside looking in, feeling like they don't belong. And so I kind of feel that's the way you're going to feel here is like, you know, I don't belong with this person or any of these people I'm seeing coming in and out here. And I feel the 8 of Wands is indicating there's going to be a lot of movement. There will be a lot of people coming in and out.
Right, and I think I could infer that what she just said there with that 5. I mean, that's the feeling I have about that. I could be putting a lot of my own feelings about tattoos, you know, out there. I'm not into it, so I sort of think of it as a subculture that I don't understand or feel especially drawn to.
He's just not drawn to it.
I'm just not drawn to it. Is that another pun?
Maybe. So that's interesting you got that card. I see what it is already.
You have 10. A lot of my friends have at least 10. The Garden and the Whip.
Well, it's, wow. Crack that whip. Yeah, I don't know what kind of place you're going to here, Kara. Just kidding. But I would say here that this is a place that maybe not be conducive to the type of activity you would want. You know, some of the people that are, again, this is like showing this community, like there might be some aggressive kind of tough people there. And I don't want to, I don't want to be stereotypical about tattoos either, because I don't believe that. Everybody of all walks of life get tattoos. But I kind of feel here that in this instance, maybe some of the people you meet there are just going to be a little bit unsavory.
Well, that's my feeling about the cards, no matter what
And
I
by
feel
the way, it's
about
whip in
tattoos.
the garden. I just want to make that clear. The garden
I
is
said
about
that.
social. Okay.
I did say that.
Okay.
And to me, the whole idea about the whip sort of backs up the idea of the Eight of Wands, sort of like a lot of activity that moves quickly.
Yeah, that's true too. That's good point.
Mm-hmm.
That's true too. Again, that could be that energy of just people in there to get their tattoos or whatever products else they might have there and go.
So the overall feeling is it's not really a judgment zone. That's the Two of Shields, the Two of Pentacles. It's just sort of a balanced situation. It's not a judgment zone like maybe I might have inferred there, or you might have picked up on that. It's really just not conducive for what you thought might happen, or maybe you were wondering if it could happen. And I'm not saying you want it to. I'm not saying anything. I'm done.
Libra's up. Libra, I'm going to use my Tinseltown Tarot.
Uh-oh.
Okay, so what message do my guardian angels have? All right.
Yeah, maybe that's part of it too, is just that it's not really the right one to go to for you. There's always plenty of them.
If you've gotten tattoos there before, I can't.
That's true, yeah.
Maybe I don't want to make that judgment. If you trust the people, you've been there before, hey, it just may not be the right day to meet someone there.
Yeah. Oh, you're welcome. I'm sort of being an ass here, so I'm sorry about that.
Excuse me?
Arse? Should I say that?
Buttocks. I don't know. Anyway, shuffle away. Don't bend my cards. They're brand new. All right. Tinseltown Tarot, first card. Hey. Hey. It's the Ace of Cups. And let the champagne flow, huh? Oh, no, though. Because here comes the Seven of Swords.
I love it.
Oh, man. And the Ten of Wands. So what do your guardian angels have for you? Well, the Ten of Wands is lipsticks, by the way.
Tinseltown.
In matters of the heart, or in things involving interpersonal relations right now, I feel that don't be too hard on yourself or others right now who might be going through a difficult time. Don't be too hard in your judgments of others. I sense with the Seven of Swords here that there might be some trust issues going on between somebody you're close with, whether it's an intimate relationship or whether it's with family or friends. There just seems to be some trust issues going on that are weighing heavily, the guardian angels are saying. But bring love and light to the situation and try to get to the bottom of it and be compassionate. There might be reasons here that somebody might not be telling you the whole story or the whole truth in a situation right now. What do you think?
It's really hard for me to get a handle on this. I like what you said because it helps me out. I can only really repeat that maybe with a little emphasis. But yeah, it's a burden to not feel you're getting the trust you need, or maybe finding a real way to undercut what you think is happening. I mean, sometimes that Seven of Swords speaks to the idea of out-clevering, out-maneuvering somebody, but maybe this presents a burden, like maybe it shafts somebody else or denies somebody else something. But ultimately, what this is about is trying to really advance something really compelling emotionally, whether it's a relationship or just some situation. So I'm still a bit puzzled by this.
Well, it is what the guardian angels are saying. So I think the guardian angels are saying right now that even if, you're not getting the whole truth from somebody, and I don't know why, I feel that Ten of Wands is even about this situation, this person, or situation that you might be involved in, Libra, and that they're feeling burdened by this. They feel a little maybe guilt in not telling you everything, but there's reasons for this that I feel that maybe this is more of a time to approach it with love and compassion and understanding rather than with, well, you should have told me, And it's what your guardian angels are telling you. So I feel here that this is something obviously up and coming. It's not something that has happened yet. But be aware that what you may feel has been maybe a betrayal, or where you feel you've been lied to or deceived in some way, there may be some reasons behind it that you may just have to give a pass for it.
Well, there's a saying, no good deed goes unpunished, and I'm wondering if that could be a part of this too, the idea that maybe if you're trying to be nice or honorable to somebody, maybe they're not getting it and they're still, putting roadblocks in your way, or they're still casting you in a different light rather than in the proper light.
Oh.
The Moon and a Lady.
Well, I don't know. That almost sounds romantic in a way, like this could have to do with somebody you're intimately involved with, or this could have to do with something that affects your success in some way. And the other thing is, I don't know why, when I saw that combination, I immediately wanted to go to the way the moon is interpreted in the tarot, because it just fits so well with this, in that something is being hidden from you. Something will be, revealed eventually, but it's being hidden.
And while it's doing it, though, I don't want to undercut the idea that either not knowing this deception puts a big burden on somebody.
Yes.
And so it does feel that way. It does feel like there's something that's deceitful going on, or something that you can't quite figure out here.
Yeah, so I don't know if any of that makes sense to you, Libra, but good luck with that. Maybe you will find out.
Okay, you're welcome.
All right. GFK.
I didn't see them come back in.
Gluten-free, are you here?
But they must have. There they are.
All right.
So we just need their question. They are here, though, or they were.
Well, I'm going to start shuffling. Oh, wait, it's your turn.
Yes, it is. And
I like the Tinseltown deck. It's cute. You'll see more of it. Maybe I'll get to use it one more time today. We'll give Gluten-Free a few moments to type a question, and if not...
Yeah, we're at the point now where it could move quickly or not.
Indeed.
Gluten-Free Kitchen, your turn is up if you have a question. If not, Jerry might want to consider writing their question if they're here. I'm just going to shuffle for another minute. And I will mention, of course, that next week will be Goth Tarot again at Wednesdays at 8 a.m. Explore the shadow issue. See what's below the surface with Goth Tarot.
And if you haven't seen it yet, by the way, on our blog is a article I did on cards that come up frequently, repeat cards. So if you're interested in that topic, what to do about repeat cards, it's on our blog at tfttarotfortoday.com. Right at the top of the page, in the little bar at the top, you can see blog. Just click on it and you'll get the list of articles.
Jerry, you're up if you're still there.
Yep, Jerry, we'll take your question and we'll see if gluten-free comes back. Maybe we can fit them in.
And the other thing, too, is tomorrow we have one of our prognostication videos. This one is specifically about the January 6th committee hearings. We asked a few questions about what's going on there.
Well, I'm just going to say I'm not totally satisfied with it. Not because the outcome, because everything was really vague to me or hard to discern. You would like to think as we're seeing these hearings go on and stuff that it's leading somewhere. Well, stay tuned. Check out our video and see what you think.
You can view that anytime, but it will come on at 10 a.m. Tomorrow morning.
We may have to revisit this one as time goes on. However, we also are following this up with a U.S. predictions video where we tackle a few different areas of concern: climate, pandemic, social relations in the country right now, the midterms. So check that out. That reading had some very interesting elements to it.
And it's kind of like part 2 of our original 2022 predictions that we did back around the beginning of the year. We thought maybe we might have do this a few weeks ago, but we couldn't quite get around to it. But hey, better late than never.
Well, last call for Jerry. We'll go see if they're here.
I think Anthony should prep his question.
We are moving right along. Sorry for the people that gave up on us today, And we're still well in our time frame. We're not even in overtime.
Barty, hi there. Namaste to you. And our list looks like it's clearing up a little bit, so there's still a few people in front of you.
Maybe we could add Barty since it looks like a couple people have left. A general for Anthony. Sure.
We're going to go ahead and do you then, Anthony, right now. General reading. Whoa.
We'll put you on the list, Barty, but there are a few people in front of you.
Why, thank you. I think I was recovering from that beginning. I was really kind of bamboozled by all the stuff going on with our internet problem.
Well, thank you. You see, I'm wearing my San Francisco shirt today.
What, Gina? You got nowhere better to go?
I was in San Francisco twice. I was there for a American Library Association conference, and then I was there once for our, what do you call it?
The Covenant of the Goddess?
No. San Francisco.
Oh, Millennium?
Yes.
Millennium.
What do you call it? Our bibliographic...
our ILS.
Yes, our ILS, our Integrated Library
System.
Right? God, why couldn't I think of the word?
It's library operating software. It has modules for the circulation department, the interlibrary loan,
I'm retired for a few years and I forget the jargon already. But anyway, I was there twice in San Francisco and I picked up this shirt one of the times.
General reading for Mr. Anthony. Okay.
Reversed.
The reverse 10 of Pentacles. Whoops. That's the 10 of Sacred Circles in this deck. Okay, the upright hanged one. Kind of controversial idea there, perhaps. And then the reversed Princess of Cups. The Princess is like the Page of Cups for this deck.
Oh, pooh, Anthony.
Well, not super great for a general.
No. Want to go first?
The Ten of Pentacles maybe seems like there's something going on foundationally. Maybe it's about your family, but as we understand, family is back here in Michigan. It may or may not exactly apply to that family. It could apply just maybe to more structural things, like maybe downturns in the personal economy or the sense of security. The Hanged One talks about the idea that maybe there has to be a sacrifice made or something given up for a greater good. A lot of times that connotes a spiritual idea or something that's not physical so much. So it could be emotional, could be vocational kind of things that you might have to make changes with or struggle with, making room to prioritize something different. The Page of Cups reversed is overall unsatisfying because it maybe suggests that you're trying to understand these things emotionally or intuitively, and there's things there that don't resonate for you. You're not really seeing what connects maybe what some of these things are. It's not like a, oh, woe is me, so much as maybe just saying that you just don't feel the connection with things of this matter, perhaps.
Well, I don't know. I'm all over the place on
Thank
this
you.
one. To be honest with you, Anthony, I could see a couple of different things here. Like, the first thing that stood out to me when I saw the Ten of Pentacles is a feeling of feeling disconnected. Disconnected either, could it be from the people you have left behind? Could it be from people now, like you just haven't found your tribe yet, where you fit in? I just feel a sense of disconnection. And the Princess of Cups kind of, well, before I go to the Princess of Cups, and you said that is the page, right?
Right, she's the
Yeah,
page.
so I know, yeah. And so, but this is saying to you, maybe with the Hanged Man here, this is saying maybe you just have to broaden your perspectives or your horizons a little bit here, on how you feel about this situation. Maybe there are ways that you can actually, create more connection, whether it's with the people here or whether it's with the people at home. That you need to really take a better look at this. And there's other ways that you might be able to handle this. Right now, though, it just seems like you feel blocked in some ways, Yeah, it's been making you feel maybe kind of sad or disappointed. It's possible, too, that maybe something that you were hoping to happen emotionally for you is not taking off in the way you felt it would.
So it kind of goes to the disconnect, possibly with the 10 there, yeah.
Yeah, I think I want to leave it at that because this is really where I started, and it just seems to fit together that way for me.
All right, so we draw the Lenormand, which is another cartomancy system.
Well, thank you, Barty. We like to mix up our decks a bit. You'll be seeing a lot of ones over time if you stick with us.
What are you drawing?
I'll let you know. I didn't want to see that first. I wish you would.
Why?
Hold it back till I
So I've drawn the
come.
Tower from the Lenormand. And the Tower is not exactly the same like Tarot's Tower. And Banshee drew the house.
So I feel here that maybe this is a period of some downtime for you, for some feeling isolated at home. But it's not necessarily a bad thing. None of this is very bad together here. But it might just be saying this is a time to maybe just spend more time, with yourself, sorting things out, hanging around, as they say, with the Hanged Man. Hey, you and Sonny got the Hanged Man. No
you didn't get an
anchor
anchor
today.
either, so that's a good thing, right?
No anchor today.
No anchor today. But the house is the home, and the home is also maybe somewhat what's implied with that Ten of Pentacles. It does talk about structures that maybe are homes for people, whether they're the home of your family or just your group, whatever that is. And so I think it strengthens the idea this is a time for you maybe to not necessarily push yourself outward if that's what you were doing. It's saying it's okay for you to really focus around your home environment, and maybe, institutionally, this is talking about, whatever it is that appeals to you the most on that level. So maybe dive into your work. Maybe if you have a situation with a church or a synagogue or something like that, dive into that, or social clubs or things like that, hangout places. Dive into those things. They are home for you too.
That's what the cards have for you today. Mr. O's cards. Good luck with that. They are beautiful. Which deck is that, Mr. O?
That's the Tarot of the Ancestral Path. It's a lovely deck. It has at least 5 different kind of ancient cultures that are being celebrated. All right, Anthony. Best wishes always.
Good luck with that. And I think we have a Dee and a question.
Dee. Absolutely, Anthony. Thank you. I like that feedback.
Okay, Anthony. Good to hear that. Dee Dee's question is interesting. I say we throw 3 cards.
Okay. That's your deck then?
Yep. We just do that. I think that's the best way.
We just had the full moon, so I'm sure some of those energies were really strong according to different people. And maybe we're moving from that to where we have to kind of synchronize to that waning energy. The moon is now waning, and so that may be saying focus more inwardly on various projects or situations in our lives.
Well, if we need to follow this up with a yes/no, we will. Let's see what our cards throw on this.
Yeah, that's an interesting question. We'll see what we can do here. We'd like to think that we can get the handle on that.
All right. I just like playing with this wheel. Anyway, Mr. Bogan DM'd me, as I said, and he mentioned something he's going to redesign in it because of feedback he's been getting from people like myself and others who want to travel with it. So it's going to be slightly easier to travel with, and I'm glad I was able to, be a part of his thinking about this.
We have 1 or 2 live appearances coming up in the next few months, and this would be really cool to have.
Well, the High Priestess just popped up at Dee Dee, and that is reversed.
A regular 3 cards?
It was 3 cards.
Okay.
We talked about it.
Okay. So the High Priestess reversed.
Let's couple that with Judgment reversed.
Judgment reversed.
Aye, and the Ten of Earth reversed.
How do you do it?
Well, how do you get all those reversals, I ask you?
Well,
all the time. So we've got reversed cards here. These are not very well aspected. On one level, Dee Dee, I have to say, when I see the High Priestess reversed, I'm wondering here if your feelings, your inner voice is not speaking truth to you right now. In other words, it's possible this is your wish, interfering with your feelings, or your intuition is being, how do I want to say this, is being coerced by what you would like to see happen. The call here, Judgment is reversed as well. And I really feel here this is saying that I feel that there's going to be some kind of transformation or regeneration going on here. Like, what does this mean? This could mean that, this person is undergoing major shifts and changes and might be moving on, or you yourself will be. I think that's highly possible here. And with the Ten of Earth reversed too, which is the Ten of Pentacles here, I feel like maybe the connection is kind of not there.
I feel this represents a deeply karmic kind of relationship.
Yes,
and
there is that.
maybe you have actually had this dance or this revolution between each other in multiple lifetimes. And so I sort of feel that, having said that, there are certain things that karma wants you to figure out and get right if there is this idea that you're destined to be together. So what I'm seeing here is that I don't see that you are destined to be together, but I see that karma says there's something here that is between you that has to be worked out, whether that is the coming together or whatever it is that karma needs you to do somehow.
Whether it is coming together or living with the fact that you are not going to come together in this life, that you are not meant to come together in this life as maybe, more of a divine, a couple. I don't know. What?
I'm just telling somebody a minute before I answer their question.
Oh, okay. So, I don't see what he sees here, but
do we want to?
I don't know.
Okay.
I think this, to me, I don't want to muddy the waters.
Okay.
Maybe you could ask this another time or in another way, Aditi, because right now, at least, it doesn't look like things are coming together. And that it's possible there, like Mr. O said, I can definitely see with judgment coming into the fray here, that there is some karmic connection between the two of you. You probably have shared lives together.
What I really want to say, to break it down simply, is it's not no, it's just saying not at this time or in a way that we can understand, that maybe it could be yet.
That's his. That's yours.
That's
saying.
me.
I'm still saying it doesn't look likely to me.
And she drew the anchor, and I drew the coffin. And I will let you go first.
Well, I can't say this is positive.
Did you want me to?
Go ahead.
Well, the anchor
I know
talks.
what you're going to say.
The anchor talks about what holds us to something, and the coffin talks about maybe what ends something. And I'm thinking that you will eventually realize that maybe, despite the connection, you can't really hold on to just that as the way of feeling that it will be true in the future, that maybe your best resolve is to just let it go and see if it is true. Don't put that precondition that you are each other's anchor necessarily, because maybe there is something that has to happen otherwise or in other ways.
Well, Mr. Bam here just touched on it a little bit for me. Is like there is an ending to this feeling of being attached to them in this life. That doesn't say that in other lifetimes to come you won't be attached, but I feel like there's an end to an attachment in this life. That's what it looks like right now. I just, if I had any feeling or glimmer of hope here, I would tell you. But I don't see it myself. He's a little bit more seeing a possibility.
I believe in the brutal honesty, as you mentioned there. To me, I think these cards speak to the idea that there is a strong karmic connection between you and this person.
Yes.
And that it may represent things that are not necessarily possible in this life, or possibly such deep holdovers from a previous life or situation that they're just interfering with the ability to totally come together now.
That's what I have for you, and that's what he has for you. And I wish you luck. I do. You know what? I always say, prove us wrong. We are not perfect prognosticators, but
no,
the cards just seem to kind of
we can
not
always
be with you on this one.
Always revisit, if you ever want to ask again, maybe in a week or two, or ask it a little bit differently,
Good luck with that, Aditi.
And yes, Anthony,
So you had a question?
you did escape the anchor this time. One away. Okay, so Nikki asks, any divine guidance for tomorrow's job interview? And that's going to be my deck. So I'm going to use the Adrian Tarot for that, Nikki.
Okay.
And so divine guidance for your interview. Well, of course, Banshee and I both wish you luck too. Absolutely.
Well, you know what, Violet? I could say it's safe to say the list is closed now.
Yes.
So, everybody you have on the list will get read. And then after that, maybe we'll spin the quick wheel and maybe we won't. Yay, she says.
Next week, happy hour will be on its regular time, Saturdays at 10 a.m. It'll probably be just pretty much the hour because I do have to go to work at noon that day. But join us for happy hour.
We had a busy happy hour last time.
Oh my God. Oh, look at, I have screwy windows again.
Oh, no.
How does this keep happening? I think every time I have to reset for some reason. But if you missed us today, if you couldn't wait around, you can always come back on Thursday, 7 p.m. to 9 p.m.
Okay, divine guidance on the job interview tomorrow. Good luck, by the way.
Yes, do update us. We love the feedback and we love to, be of further assistance if possible. Okay, Nikki, let's see what we got.
Taking the wheel on the road, you know it.
So the first one is oops, let's go back here. Sorry. The reversed Fool.
The reversed Fool. Okay.
Wait a minute. Yeah. And then that's followed by the reversed Hermit. But then we have the upright Judgment, which could be indicating, of course, the judgment that favors you.
Well, you are asking for advice
Yeah.
on an interview you're going tomorrow. So, I would say this.
Don't be a fool.
I would say this. Don't be, first off, don't be reckless. Stick with what you know. Stick with not trying to make errors or try to fluff yourself up. Stick with what you know as opposed to taking making any chancy, risky statements. With this card reversed here, the Hermit is saying, you know what? Be very, show them your wisdom. Show them what you do know. Not only stick with what you know, make sure you tell them how much you know. And share what you know with them. I want to go to the last card. Is that okay? Because I know you want to. And with Judgment here, this is saying also be sure to tell them how flexible and adaptable to change, etc. that you are. I feel here that with Judgment reversed, or upright, it's upright, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. With Judgment upright, it talks about regeneration, transformation. So I feel here, this is, you want to show them that you are able to go with the flow. Whatever they throw at you, you're able to handle. You can be a chameleon.
There's sort of clearly, actually, binary aspects to each of the cards. And when I look at the Fool reversed in tandem with the Hermit reversed, the idea I'm getting from that maybe is pragmaticness. The Fool reversed is saying, don't think that you can rely on an intuitive thought. If you don't know something, don't try to guess it. Just answer affirmatively that you don't know it, or find the more correct way to say that. The Hermit reversed sometimes talks about maybe not showing somebody what you don't know. So in other words, it's almost the same thing as saying, like, if you feel that there's something you want to give, but you know it's not necessarily exactly, like if you're trying to intuit again, or trying to maybe fluff something in there. In other words, be your serious, honest, be your serious, honest self. Don't try to create something that's a facade of a sense. Judgment, I think the advice from Judgment would be saying too, there's a sense of fairness involved with Judgment. There's the idea about being fair. So the thing is that you want to be fair to everything that they say. You want to be agreeable to what they say necessarily, or at the very least appear neutral. So if they say something that you don't necessarily really agree with, this may not be the time to go over that. Of course, if it is a line in the sand in terms of whether or not you would accept the position if offered, you'll have to deal with that at some point.
That's an interesting observation. I can't argue with that, and I won't. But you are basically saying the same thing here. These two cards fit together quite nicely. Because on the one hand, it's saying, don't take any unnecessary risks. And to me, that means in being careful what you say, how you say things, how you approach it. Don't try to make them believe you're something that you're not. And here, right here with the Hermit is about re-engaging with people again. Coming out of that cave and re-engaging with others, but also when you were in the cave, or, in your past, you've gained knowledge and experience. You have experience and knowledge, and you should show them what you've got. You should highlight that. I think that's going to be very important tomorrow. And like I said, be sure that you tell them you're very, very flexible. Companies like to hear that anyway. So let's do the Lenormand, Mr. O. Grab it.
We're going to take a cell.
We'll take a cell.
All right.
Sorry, Violet. Okay. What do you got?
The dog. The book. Interesting.
Well, I could look at this a couple of ways here. I think this might be talking about what you might discover when you're at the interview. You may find out that, that they seem very friendly and very open to you and receptive. You may find that maybe somebody that I don't know if you're talking to a panel, one person, more than one person, you may find, somebody to be in your pocket here. Also, I might also say that if you have references, maybe this is also a sign that one of your references will be really important to you as well in, getting this position.
That's kind of interesting, because when I saw that, I immediately thought that maybe you already have a friend or somebody you know well enough, acquaintances of sort there, and it may be that knowledge of that or their knowledge of you will be helpful in some ways. But I still think it doesn't necessarily detract from what we're saying there, that in fact it actually strengthens it. Speak to what you know, speak to what you know well.
Did you like the way I did that there? Book, references.
Yes.
But it's true. And so I feel here that maybe that's what's going on.
Oh.
I wish you lots of success. That's the advice, I think, for tomorrow.
Can we call you chemical reaction?
Oh, physics. Oh my gosh. So academia.
Yeah, that really looks that way.
I think it's positive for you. It's going to be, it's a friendly environment.
These qualities don't even seem like they would be something that would come up in that interview, that of course you would only speak to more fact-related things and not be intuitively guessing stuff.
I don't know. Well, I don't know. I would just say don't take any risks, just stick with, answering the questions. Maybe don't give a lot of superfluous extras, and stick with what you know. If you stick with the knowledge, it looks to me, this is the highlight here. Your knowledge and expertise will go far, as long as you shine a light on that.
right.
And that's what we have for you. Good luck with that. You'll have to let us know.
Good luck, Nikki.
All right, Sonali. You're used to it. Oh.
We're all getting used to
Sonali
each
posed
other.
a question earlier.
Something about divine guidance, I think.
I think it was.
Divine message for the next 3 years.
Whoa, okay.
Well,
Here
I'm
it
not
is.
sure how valid we can be for 3 years, but we'll try.
Yes, back to you. Oh, wait, you know what? No. Let's go back to... Well, no. I
Good
pick
luck,
up
Nikki,
a deck,
and you're
there's a
welcome.
reason. Hey, even in academia, sometimes they throw out gotcha questions. So that's what I'm saying. Just be careful.
Yes, you know, it's kind of funny because I was going to mention the gotcha question because I remember having one when I started work at that one place.
And it's funny, it's the dog in the book because it's like a friendly, collegial environment. Shuffle.
Yeah.
Hear that?
What was it?
My guess is a cat jumping down from somewhere. Maybe a table in the library, perhaps?
Oh. Hopefully they didn't knock something over.
Ooh. Well, it's not the wheel this time.
And it's not sunny this time.
No. Okay, well, we have the Eight of Swords upright. We have the Two of Pentacles reversed. Goodness. So now we have Temperance reversed. So Temperance and the Two of Pentacles really do stand out to me here being together like that. So you asked for 3 years. Sometimes be careful of projecting too far ahead. And remember, Sonali, this is a snapshot in time, so things are subject to change. That being said, I mean, it's not a horrible thing I see here, but I do sense it's just a problem here keeping things in balance, you know? Like maybe there's a little bit of chaos in your material, your everyday affairs that, you know, makes you feel, makes you feel a little bit stressed out and a little bit, unease. You really have to be able to balance yourself through turbulent times. So if things aren't going well or there's a lot of chaos behind you, you have to find the balance. There might be difficulties with that. And it's also exhibited here by this Eight of Swords because it's upright. If you don't find, if you allow the chaos and things to get the better of you, you might be feeling intimidated and hold back from really moving forward with things that you should move forward on. Don't let a little bit of difficulties or chaos make you lose your self-esteem, make you lose your self-confidence. That's what I want to say. And hold you back from making the moves and decisions and carry out projects that you really want to do in your life.
Well, it's hard to characterize a whole 3 years by just a couple of cards. So I'm going to try to just suggest that maybe the overall texture for the next 3 years is that it does seem like there's a lot of conditions that have impasses, that there's a sense of progress not exactly getting to where you want. You may feel that some of this is yourself holding yourself back, but maybe you feel you need to do that maybe just because of that sense of chaos or non-control, that maybe some things you feel are not able to be controlled by you at this time, and so you may want to hold back some of your movement there too. Also too, I think that maybe what this characterizes is that there's a sense of emotional discontent or a back and forth too, like maybe you might feel that sometimes the projects or things you're involved in are worthy, and then sometimes you feel that they detract from you or that they give you more burdens. And so overall you're wrestling with the ideas perhaps of moving ahead and not necessarily being your own enemy or the person that holds yourself back.
Inner work, meditation, grounding, all of these things are going to be really, really important for you to keep it together during, turbulent times. Otherwise, you're going to feel like withdrawing. You're going to feel like, you don't have what it takes to move forward, but you do. A lot of times, we allow disruptions and chaos in our lives to get the better of us. But you can be bigger than that. You can be better than that because the Eight of Swords says so. The Eight of Swords says sometimes we put these fears there and they really are our own fears. They're not real, Don't hold yourself back. This is a time when things start to waver for you to really step forward instead of step back.
Right. If you are what is holding yourself back, then you can also be what is not holding yourself back.
Exactly.
So it's really how you work on it.
Boy, some of these cards today. Hey, what's up with them?
Hi, Dispel. You know what? We're actually about ready to close. We have a few more readings to do, and we're moving into overtime, so we really can't take you today. We're sorry. But do consider coming back maybe on Thursday. We're on at 7 p.m. But we're kind of closing down after the next couple of readings. Okay, so I have that, and you have that. You drew first, right?
Well, this is for the next 3 years, so it's a little hard for me to necessarily relate this to that. I sense here that in the next 3 years, you may find some relation, you might find some esteem or, your confidence restored, your power, your self-empowerment restored through a new relationship. I think that's highly possible. I also think it's possible here that it could be saying that, maybe others close to you who love you will help you rebuild your confidence in things when the chips are down and when things are a mess. So don't be afraid to reach out to others, your family, your friends, if you're feeling a lack of control or a lack of confidence in your life. They'll be there for you.
It may be that over this time, although those things may be happening that seem to affect you more vocationally to some degree, this sounds more like an emotional matter, and I think that something basically builds up your heart. It maybe is a relationship, maybe there's somebody that comes into your life, whether romantically or otherwise, that you have strong feelings for. It could be a strong friendship, it could be a strong romance, but I think it serves the purpose of basically giving you support where you need it, considering the other ideas we're expressing for the 3 years.
That's what we have for you, Sonali. Good luck with that.
All right. Thank you.
And there you go. And it'll be your deck.
Mm-hmm.
So Barty wants a love reading.
All
right.
right. Well, I'm going to work with my Legend Arthurian Tarot again. Anil Rea ala feelings, thoughts, any phone messages. So I'm not sure if I'm understanding. Do you and Anil have a special child together, or is that something I'm misreading there?
Well, thanks for checking up on us, Dispel.
Appreciate it.
We had a couple people check up on us, so, always welcome.
Right, I remember your
see
name
you.
from before. I know you've been here before.
Absolutely.
It's kind of been a crazy day for us. We had some internet problems when we started a couple hours ago. And normally we do a little bit of overtime. We are probably going to do a little bit here.
Yeah.
But thank you for understanding. And thank you for checking up on us. I see. Okay, thank you, Barty.
So hold on before I cut that together. He's father or child. Okay.
So you have the Eight of Cups. That's your first card. It's upright. You have the Star. And then you have the upright Six of Pentacles. The Castle of Maidens, it says. And the Six of Pentacles is a nice card. They're all nice cards, actually. These are nice cards.
Yeah, this is kind of a interesting reading. So, I take it, are you separated?
It sounds like it.
It sounds like it. They all seem so positive, so I'm trying to think here.
Well, I guess we're thinking that these are Anil's feelings for you, right?
Yeah. Feelings.
They may be following their own star, a path that they feel is strongly guiding them somewhere. I'm not sure if that path leads back to you or if it leads away from you. It could be neither. There's something that's really giving about them. So I almost wonder if I'm intuiting that maybe ultimately they may be coming back towards you because it seems that they want to be generous or they want to give of themselves. But they really are inspired by something. That's the star there.
Well, okay, but this is feelings towards you, so I have to try to figure this out. It seems as though with the Eight of Cups here, they feel, maybe for some reason they feel, this is just really hard for me to figure out, but I wonder if they feel here that their leaving you was best for you.
And I noted that you added some information then that it's actually been quite a while and that probably it wasn't a good thing the way it happened. So I think that is possible though too, that maybe from their point of view, something drew them away and maybe they felt that. Maybe they felt that that would give you something better by doing that. Because they abandon you, as you say, with the child. And yet still I feel there's this idea that there's something generous that they want to happen or that has happened.
I'm just waiting for my turn.
You started
I
off.
started.
What are you talking about?
No, I didn't. Did
Okay.
I? I don't recall that at all. But I did start to say one card here, and I said that with the Eight of Cups, I feel like they may, because this is about feelings towards you, that they may feel that this was better that they walk away. Now, whether that was because of their own selfish reasons of moving on, or whether they really felt it was better for you, is what I'm questioning here. I feel here that I have to agree with Mr. O, who really started this reading, and said that the star, they might be following their own path, their own guided star, yet there is this recognition of what you share together. The Six of Pentacles is about sharing, give and take, and even exchange. And I think this person realizes that your child is shared between the two of you. But what does that mean exactly? These are all positive cards, but I don't know if I see here that he's really thinking of returning. I feel he feels that his moving away might have been best for some reason. And it could be a selfish reason, but I'm not sure. Because this is so positive.
There's a lot of positivity, but if we're interpreting as they're feeling for you, it doesn't ring true with the facts of being abandoned for 10 years.
I feel like they have, I don't know how you guys left the relationship, but I feel here that maybe now they don't feel badly about you. They wish the best for you. But I'm not sure, that, because this is the Star and it's about wishing and hope. They really hope for the best for you. And I think they realize that this is a shared burden. I don't want to say burden, excuse me. It's a shared child.
But they're not really sharing in any of the responsibilities, at least according to what you've said. They haven't, sent any kind of money or any support. And I do feel that maybe...
That's so sorry.
That this is what they think of you, that maybe they have perhaps rationalized or justified their actions by saying you yourself are moving on to something better. Maybe that's how they console themselves with what they've done, is by feeling that your fate is a good one, your destiny is a good one.
Well, and while I say that in this case that you share the child, I really think here what I'm trying to say is not so much that they're sharing the cost or giving you anything because you have a child, but just that recognition that, he realizes you share this, but that doesn't mean that he's doing anything about it. I want to do the Lenormand here and add that to the equation.
I have another thought that I'll add in a moment based on the last thing you just said.
Well, you should go first, too, actually.
Okay.
Do you want to do your thought first, then?
Well, sure. You said disappeared suddenly without saying. Do you know that they are actually alive or anywhere? Have you heard anything at all? Do you have any awareness of their being alive or being around in some form? I accidentally picked 2. Just full of messes today.
Yeah, you're a problem. All right. Come on, put them down. He pulled 2, so we're going to try to go with this. Oh, geez, Sonny, I can't see when you do that. Well, this is not going to help. I think ultimately here,
the key is basically having your own home, I think. That's the key. That's you and the home. Based on what you just said, probably you're never going to really get back with him. So you have to probably work on your own home is what it's saying, I think.
I wonder if he's got somebody else. I mean, are you officially divorced or separated? I wonder if there's somebody else here, because this woman is the key and then the home. I'm wondering if he is living or being with someone else, or is it family that has interfered with this? Somebody, a mother, his mother? I'm just throwing that out there, but I almost sense another woman is key here.
Yeah, I'll go with that.
So that's what we've got right now. Feel free to come back and ask maybe differently. Like next time we can look into, okay, this was about their feelings towards you. I don't know. We'll think about this, but maybe there's some other things if you really want to revisit this. But my advice to you is that I just feel they're on a different path. They are on a different path, and maybe even though this is upright, maybe they don't want to share that responsibility fairly. They just recognize they have that responsibility. But they're trying to move on and do something else now. And
yeah,
I'm sorry to tell you really.
You're right. You kind of sum it up at the end there. I don't think they're going to come back. And I don't think they're going to take any more responsibility than they already have.
I wish you the best.
Oh, we're sorry, Seven.
Oh.
We can't do one today because we're actually closed.
Yeah, we're done. Seven Oceans, you're too late. Sorry.
Sorry. Maybe we'll see you on Thursday.
Yeah.
You're welcome, Barty. And I'm very sad about all of that.
I see. So there is a woman and family involved. So that right there probably says it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Okay, so we are on a cell now. I see a self-posted
Right.
question. Feel and think about.
What does
Daenerys.
Albec think about Daenerys now?
Okay. Is it my deck? Yes. Go back to the cats. Sunny. Okay, we have the Six of Pentacles has popped up again. We just had that in the last reading. Temperance reversed, which is interesting with the Six of Pentacles upright. And there is the little Earth Kitten, which is the Page of Pentacles upright. Well, it's interesting we have two Pentacle cards here. So I don't know if this relationship between Albec or Denari, if it's, still going on, has some financial angle to it or aspects to it, money. There's a growth going on here. There's a potential for growth, I feel here. There's maybe, and it looks as though maybe these two things seem to be in conflict with each other to me. It seems on the one hand that there seems to be a fair exchange between the two of them, and maybe this has to do with how they're working their relationship out. Maybe some of the logistics, maybe some of the, I don't know whether they live together, I don't know if they're married, I don't know the situation, but I would feel here that maybe they're trying to work things out, but there's still some things that are emotionally off, that are still out of balance. Like they may argue a bit, they may not always, there may be some stress in the relationship. Like not everything is perfect, despite the fact that there seems to be a fairness or an equalness of feelings for each other. They may have some squabbles from time to time, but I think they are maybe in a growth phase right now.
It seems like there's a bit of back and forth with his feelings for her. That's how you frame the question.
Yeah.
So I'm looking at it mostly from Alabec's point of view, and I feel that he goes back and forth, that sometimes he feels really involved in the relationship, like there's a lot going on, and then sometimes he feels that things are not necessarily balanced, or he feels emotionally like he's more in one mode than the other mode, Daenerys mode. So I think that maybe that's normal. I don't think that's necessarily any kind of urgency there. I think that they're really still at a point where maybe they're getting used to each other. They're sort of
Yeah, I
coming
kind
to
of like
know
that
each
image
other.
on that card.
Coming to know each other better, because maybe they do kind of come from some different points of view or circumstance.
Right, like maybe there's the beginning of a deeper sense of, getting together, getting to know each other better, getting to understand each other's needs more. But there are some shakinesses from time to time. So yeah, I guess I didn't really frame that right in relation to your questions about how they feel towards each other. I feel as though they're okay. They realize, maybe Alabek realizes that from time to time there's just growing pains. Sometimes we see eye to eye and we meet, and other times we disagree. Not looking. Did you draw one this time? Uh-oh. You didn't draw yet. That's right, it was me. Uh-oh. Oh, okay. That snake has arrived.
And
Uh-oh.
also the sun.
But the sun, so this could mean one of two things to me. I think that there's positivity in their relationship in that I feel that, wow, this is tough. This is a tough combination, especially since it's about how they feel. I think Alabek sometimes has problems being truthful about how he feels or being upfront about that. But with the sun being here, I feel that might be about to change. I feel there's more openness happening. There's more a sense of coming together. But I do feel that, Alabek has not been always totally upfront about their feelings.
Snakes are cold-blooded creatures that normally have to warm themselves in the sun. They like to sit on rocks and warm themselves because they need external heat to get warmer. And so I'm wondering, too, if this could be saying that basically Alabek maybe feels that sometimes his brightness, his warmth, influences Dinara, that he has more of an effect on her emotions or her state than vice versa, that he's the one that maybe brings a little bit more happiness or illumination to her, even though, of course, he still really does like her, of course, or does have fond feelings for her. He feels he's the one who makes her mood change.
That's what we have for you. Good luck with that.
All right, and so now we're on to Mama T and a general reading.
And you can go ahead.
And I will use my Ancestral Path Tarot.
He is out like a light.
Yeah, look at him.
Very serene.
Having vanquished all his competitors.
Yeah, I know. We're near the end of the line, Violet. Woohoo!
Who knew we could make it?
We might get done just after 4:30.
Oh, your turn.
Mr. Sleepy Boy. That's it. Wake him up. Now you did it.
I did.
Yeah, you're okay. Go to sleep. Ignore that man over there. No, don't attack my hands. Big yawn. Did you get that on camera?
Probably not.
Aw. Big yawn from Sonny. Could have seen all his teeth with that one. Tell him, Sonny. Tell him to quit being intrusive.
Thank you. You're welcome, of course. It's what we do.
Woo. Look at the belly.
Okay, Mama Teresa. Mama Teresa, you have the Prince of Staves. That would be the Knight of Wands. You have the reversed Six of Cups. And then you have the upright Nine of Swords. Your first card was upright to that Knight of Wands.
Hi.
Did you want me to start?
Yeah.
Well, okay.
Doesn't matter.
The Knight of Wands says, Mama T, that maybe you're moving towards something that's involving your enterprise abilities. Maybe you're moving towards starting something new in terms of either a job, or it might be about new friendships or partnerships you might be starting, things that could be of advantage. The Six of Cups maybe indicates that you still have a little bit of baggage from some past issues that you're carrying with you. Maybe your new partnership could have an influence on that and help move you away from those things. And I'm wondering too if they're drawn together, because the Nine of Swords is sort of talking about the situation where you're letting yourself be bothered by problems that maybe you don't have to be bothered by, that maybe there are some things that really you could let go of that are not really impacting you directly. And maybe that's what the Six of Cups is that maybe you're hanging on to some things that you probably should try to let go.
Well, Mr. O's about got it, but Mama T, I see here such potential in this Knight of Wands, such potential for moving forward on projects, goals, or things that could serve you well, that are in your best interests. But what's holding you back here? What is holding you back is the Six of Cups, which is indicating that either you're reverting back to past things that have not worked out for you, you're living in the past instead of the present and trying to move this energy forward. And this, I believe these both go hands in hands here. You have a lot of fears and anxieties that possibly are based on, some things that you've gone through recently or in your recent past. And they're not serving you well. They're not helping you move forward now. In order to move forward, you're going to have to feel the fear and do it anyway. I think that's what it's saying here. And the one thing you definitely have to do is eliminate, any kind of attachments to past behaviors, patterns that are not working for you anymore. I think that's what I see here. Let's do the Lenormand and see what that brings. Maybe that'll give us some more detail. And I can't seem to grab just one.
Is it like a Lay's potato chips?
Ah.
I drew the bear and Banshee drew the garden.
Okay, so I think now is the time for you to exhibit more self-confidence, more power in your communications with others. This is a sign here that, people around you and in your environment, or maybe on social media, for example, at, any kind of places that you go, maybe people that you go to talk to for help or assistance or guidance, they need, you need to be showing your power. You need to be, be empowered when you speak and you talk.
Well, I wonder if previously maybe you were starting or beginning to isolate yourself in some respects. And I think that this is saying, I think this is saying really you'll have more empowerment for yourself if you don't do that. If you take the steps you can take to try to be in the real world, that the more you stay on your own, the more likely you're going to dwell on some things rather than finding a way to empower yourself. Because remember, there's something coming to you, I believe, that will bring you back to the garden. I mean, this is really talking about being conversational, being magnetic or charismatic, or being out there with people. And that's what the garden is too.
Aside from what I've said there, I agree with him. I think also what I want to say, Mama T, is that you can find your empowerment and your strength and perhaps even a boost financially by, engaging with others at this time rather than withdrawing. I would totally agree with that. In some level here, I see that.
And that was the first card anyway.
And that could be one-on-one with somebody you're talking to. That can be, in the garden of social media or out in the world. So that's what we have for you. Good luck with that.
Thanks, Mama T. Good luck.
Find your power.
And that means
we are Lotus.
Violet Lotus.
You are up.
And then we are done. Thank everybody for coming today, sticking with us despite our shoddy beginning.
Oh.
I woke up 3 times last night, which was unusual.
Did you hear it again? I heard it pounding again.
Do you want me to go check?
No. Small synchronistic thing happened yesterday. What spirit or guide saying? Okay, let's see what the spirits or guides are saying. One again? Oh, for crying out loud. I gotta move my computer because I need some room to shuffle, Sonny. I'm just saying.
Kara, you heard our noise too? I didn't hear it, but she did. Like a thump?
Yeah, it was a big thump. So I don't know where it's coming from. But I'm pretty sure it's a cat jumping off of something. Well, I have windows open upstairs. I mean, it's possible we could be hearing something.
They jumped through the window?
No, something from outside.
A bird's attacking them through the window.
By the way, when I opened my bathroom window upstairs, that bunny was there again. It hopped away scared when I opened the window. I couldn't get a picture this time. Shuffle. It must be Shadow. Sassy doesn't jump on a lot of things these days. She mostly stays close to ground. Ground zero.
She likes that one table, though, up there in the library.
Oh, she's done it, Shadow? I mean, Sassy?
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought you meant Shadow.
Well, I did say it's most likely Shadow, so
right.
Yeah.
You know who is just behind us.
Oh, is she?
Also
okay.
Dead to the world.
Okay.
She probably sleeps more than any of them.
I think they're all pretty sleepy these days. We need to get them one of those cat wheels. Those hamster wheels for cats. They'll probably never use it, though. We'll have to dangle a fish or something from it.
Well, I like that idea you showed me on Twitter.
Yeah.
With the ceiling fan.
That was hysterical.
That was hysterical.
Somebody attached... That was hysterical. I don't know if you sent that or somebody else, Kara. They attached toilet paper to the ceiling fans, hanging down, and a cat was just jumping on the bed trying to get it.
That was so funny.
It was so funny.
Okay, Violet.
Well, Violet, very interesting already. And I mixed all of these up and swirled them around, all the stuff I normally do. But you have all upright cards, Violet. And the first card is the Hermit. And the second card is the Six of Wands or lipsticks. And guess what the third card is?
Oh no!
Death! So, I can look at this any number of ways here. I think Spirit is trying to reach out to you. I think it could be somebody, possibly an ancestor. You know, I'm taking the Death card a little literally when I say that, but I think that's very possible here. And I think they're trying to, even though it's been crazy, I almost think they're trying to assist you in some way with the Six of Wands here. Or maybe what the Six of Wands is saying is you've come to somebody on the other side's, or some energy or some spirit on the other side's attention. Because isn't that what the Six of Wands is about a lot of times? The Six of Wands is not just about getting rewarded, it's about everybody applauding you and noticing you. And I can't help but wonder if somehow you have pulled something, you have drawn something towards you.
Well, you know, it's weird because, of course, in our field of business, mirrors mean more than just looking at yourself. They may mean what Banshee was talking about. Something kind of from another side. Maybe you're approaching each other.
I think this could indicate, you know, I think it may not be bad.
No.
I think this could indicate that with the Hermit being here, that this is a wise spirit, that this is somebody with wisdom to share.
Well, I also wonder, too, if maybe part of the message is that you may need to really go more into yourself, to be more hermit-like, to work on what your abilities are, what these messages are.
It's possible major transformation will come out of this. Some revelation that I'm not going to say changes everything.
You know, it's almost too easy to say that, yeah, there it is again.
And that was different.
I know, I'm going to have to go up there, but we're almost done. So, the idea of a figure who is not really dead or alive being present in death is kind of fascinating, because maybe it is the idea, of course, the nature of what your work is, what you want to do.
I mean, these are all powerhouse cards here. There's a lot of ways to look at this. So, you know, you yourself might want to just think about this a little bit more and what it means. But I do feel it's something, to me, there's nothing that looks scary there. But, you know, let's see what the Lenormand has to say.
In some ways, it just doesn't seem quite clear enough. It's sort of like, yeah, you know.
Well, something, you attracted something. I really think that's what it is. And to me, it doesn't look bad.
No, it doesn't.
But I'm not done yet. I'm diving deep here.
Well, you know, when you think about it, if this is the center card in a way, this representing one quality, and this representing the quality of true life in a way, you know, somebody who is really alive. It looks like Marilyn to me. I don't know. Oh,
Drama people.
Drama people.
What does this mean? I'm not sure I like this combination of the lady and the scythe. I think what this might mean is that, and this is what I'm hoping it means, is that there's going to be a startling revelation of some sort. It might also mean that maybe, I don't know, the scythe is about cutting things, you know?
But the scythe is also a part of the idea of that death realm too, you know?
I know.
And of course, you trade with spirits.
Well, but it's also facing towards her, which I notice here.
that power is coming to you.
Something is coming towards you.
Which is what we thought before.
And, you know, I think it's just, to me, I think it's going to be quick. I think it's going to be quick. A revelation is coming. And it might be something that will change your focus a bit. Or maybe it's something that ultimately you're going to have to make a change about. I don't know. You have definitely attracted something. For the most part, it looks positive, so that's why I am not sure why this is here. I might want to do a little research on this more and get back to you, Violet, just what some of the ramifications might be. But I think here that something is going to happen quickly. Maybe it'll all become clearer quickly what this means. That's my best case scenario, and I hope so. So that's what we have for you.
Set your alarm clock.
Well, I don't think you have to if you're getting up at three times or whatever in a night. I've been having some disruptive sleep lately too, which is unusual. And I have been thinking that, but I've been sleeping actually, last night, I slept pretty good. I really did. I slept pretty good.
It's metaphoric, if anything. It just may be that you're moving into something different.
I always feel
level,
for some
level.
reason, as mid-July through maybe the end of August, I always go through some type of veil shifting. And I think it's for me because I'm such a light time of the year person that when August, the end of summer rolls around, it's almost as if I'm starting to go deep and starting to go inward already come mid-July. Just things start to happen. I start dreaming more. I start getting more signs and weird things happening. I'm more intuitive. It just seems to happen for me. It's not necessarily true for everyone. Are you focusing on the wheel for a reason, Mr. O?
Well, we're ending the show, I think, with a spin.
Okay. Let's end the spin of the wheel for everyone who is left. And it's the Emperor. Hey, the card of Aries, actually. But, you know, I think what this is saying is be empowered, everybody. Be empowered to go out and not just do good things for yourself, but to lead others and do good things for others as well. You know, be a power, be a force for good out there.
I like it. And remember, too, that the Emperor is about knowing where the connectivity lies with who can help you, too. When you're an Emperor, you got people, so you can tell people to do things for you. And usually because they love you, they don't mind doing it. A beloved Emperor. Be a beloved Emperor.
And there you have it. And yeah, Violet, it's just something for me, but other people may feel that way too. For a number of years, I've felt it that way now. So I'm very in tune with seasonal shifts as well. So I wonder if we're going to have a shorter summer after all. I just wonder if by the end of August, that happened last year a little bit, where things kind of cooled down, tamped down a bit.
Alrighty, everyone.
Okay, Violet.
You've all been
good. Hey, you've all been patient with us today. You were patient during my material matters with some of the goofoos there. You're patient with us during the show. And
Mr. O is apparently having a very bad day.
Well, our internet was too, which has nothing to do with him, unless you're sending bad mojo into the internet. Mr.
I don't know.
But anyway, thank you all for joining us. Hope you have a great rest of your day, and we'll see you all soon. Take care.
Bye-bye.
Have a good one. Bye-bye.